Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are going up against what is probably, I think this is probably the hardest stage in the game currently, against this BEERUS. Now there is the Hellas fight, who changes her typing every single turn, but it's in like a big pattern that you could really sort of predict for, right? But this BEERUS, okay. One way it's sort of offset with Hellas is that Hellas does not hit as hard as the other Gods of Destruction, I believe, right? So this BEERUS right here has a rage gimmick or rage mechanic, rage mode, whatever we want to call it, right? That he will activate once we super attack him enough. It's literally like the same thing from his Dokkan Fest event. But the thing is, we're not doing like a piss easy Dokkan event. We're doing like, you know, one of the hardest stages in the game. So when BEERUS activates his rage mode, he then goes into what I assume is the hardest hitting enemy in the game. I don't know for sure, but I did have a run against this BEERUS where he killed me in his rage mode, because he changed his typings to STR. And in his rage mode, he killed me by super attacking Evolution Blue Vegeta for 600k damage. So I don't know exactly like how his damage works in his rage mode, if like BEERUS builds up damage throughout the turns or what, but Vegeta got absolutely cream pied, right? Now you can sort of get BEERUS into his rage mode rather quickly, so it's probably better off in this stage gearing towards like mostly AGL units, right? So like transforming Bardock, AGL LR Gohan. I mean, obviously LR UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta are the two best units in the game by far, so you know you do want them around as well. You know, and we were able to sort of make this a reality with both of them on the team, right? Because the thing about these revival characters that I've found is that while it is rather difficult to activate their like revivals and stuff, right? If you have one on each rotation and you get their conditions built up, then you're good to go. And then, of course, you know, LR UI Goku is absolutely like who we need to get the dub in this, so that's why we're bringing him. This is actually not a great turn. I did bring the Int UI Goku because I recall all these no item runs, by the way. I did them all within like, I sat down for the new 4 stages and just beat them all and then instantly no item them. But this BEERUS one seems to be the one that's probably going to be the most troublesome, I would say. So this is the first day that Int UI Goku had his EZA, so I was really trying to get a lot of sort of like footage for him. Gameplay, footage, screen time, whatever you want to say. SCR UI Goku probably would be a better bet for this, I would say, easily, than the Int UI Goku. Although, again, when you transform with Int UI Goku, that turn where you have guaranteed dodging is very effective and very, very powerful. So being able to have that is really good. But see, this is why, like, Goku and Vegeta, it's so common for them to just have these turns where they're double supering, triple supering, and, like, they're just doing so many crits. Like, that's why, like, I understand, like, all the love for STR Vegito. I understand all the love for, like, LR Turles and LR Bootanks, but it's just, like, those units are just not on Vegeta and Goku's level. I would say, seems like most people with brains agree that Goku is, like, definitive #1, right? But I don't think there's too much of a discussion for, like, Vegito, Buhan, Turles, Jiren, that next class. I would probably put Vegeta and like, if you do it by tiers, what I would probably do is have the top tier be Goku and Vegeta, and then the next tier would be Buhan, Vegito, Jiren, SCR UI Goku, Turles. I think they would all sort of be the second tier. And then like a third, like, I don't know, maybe Blue, Kaioken Blue Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, maybe they could fit in there as well. I don't know. It's tough to say with them, right? Okay, so look at Vegeta taking damage right here, but as that damage reduction builds up, he gets fine, even against this BEERUS, who's crazy. But like, how much defense did Vegeta have right there? Like 200k plus, and we still took that much damage. Like, it's it's insanity, actually, like how hard this BEERUS can hit, and how hard Vegeta can get hit right at the start. Like, That's the thing. As long as Vegeta really doesn't get supered within, like, the first 2 attacks or so, like, his damage reduction should allow him to cut down on a lot of damage in, like, any event. But, you know, the thing with Vegeta is you're always going to have that unfortunate sort of EGL Super Vegito problem of you gotta put him right up there, and if he gets hit, you get cream pied. It's really bad. So I decided to transform with Bardock right here. Because obviously we get the chance to dodge, we get the little bit of damage reduction, which, you know, even 18% damage reduction against a boss of this magnitude would be very, very helpful. I actually wish, I need to link level my Bardock because, like, he was good, like, I think, I used him a bunch in this God of Destruction event. So, like, if you're a global player, Bardock I've used in several stages on several teams, so I do think link leveling Bardock would be a really good idea, because obviously Bardock could be a little bit more powerful if I had him link leveled. Now remember that Bardock raises defense on super attack as well, so his defense is going to be higher than if we would have kept him in base, and he gets a little bit of damage reduction to help, and then of course the dodge chance as well. Now remember that BEERUS is a super class enemy, so we're not going to be able to incinerate him, because what is it? Bardock is super effective against all types against villains, and then he guaranteed crits against Wicked Bloodline, right? So we're not going to get anything like that, but, you know, I am very comfortable with the way Bardock performed in these events. Bardock is good. I feel like Bardock has some unfortunate negatives about him. He's very boring. Like, his base form is not good enough, I would say. Bardock, his base form should have been way better, but his Super Saiyan form is really, really interesting. I actually do like the way he's designed. So we got caught. So that's pretty bad. We got caught with a super attack on AGL UI Goku right there, which, again, that's like literally the one attack we would have wanted dodged. Now, the good thing is that it was AGL UI Goku who got hit, so we should be good. And then here we go. I mean, in UI Goku, this to me is what I probably would argue he's better than Physical Vegito Blue, and it's because of this right here. This turn of guaranteed dodging is so powerful. I absolutely love it. I think that is, like, among everything they did with UI Goku, his stacking, everything, giving him a 100% chance to dodge his first turn after transforming, I think is brilliant. That, to me, makes this unit such a killer for difficult modes, right? And he puts up great damage. I mean, look at the 4.75 million damage he's doing. Like, it's a good attack set right there. And he is stacking both attack and defense after he's super attacking and stuff. Like, I love this Goku. And then AGL UI Goku, obviously no slouch as well. You know, because if he gets his triple crits or something like that, you know, it's just GG at that point. I probably should have thought a little bit harder about leaving Evolution Blue Vegeta on a rotation, right, to, you know, potentially get that revival mechanic, because, again, his is way easier to use than Goku's. You know, you just get him hit 7 times, and you're actually going to be able to do it, whereas Goku, good luck letting Goku get hit 3 times. Like, yeah, we got hit right there, but... and being below 50% HP and all this stuff. What's going to be interesting, actually, is now that we have the Roshi LR, it'll be interesting to see if Roshi could potentially be good for one of these stages. Okay, so we can revive. Yeah, so I put Bardock in slot 1 right here. I remember this. I put Bardock in slot 1 because I actually wanted to use the revival mechanic. I was very excited, like, oh, yes! Revive mechanic, because obviously Bardock gets better defensively after he super attacks, so, you know, Bardock is more likely to die here than Goku or Vegeta, because, again, Vegeta would take a little bit of damage at the start, but he's only getting killed by a super attack. But Bardock, I remember this, decides, oh, yeah, well, I've got my damage reduction, I've got my dodge. He's good. I do like the Super Saiyan Bardock, man. And then there we go. A pretty clean run, honestly. See, the thing about this God event is, like, these enemies are definitely the toughest in the game, and, like, you're only limited to 1 item. So, like, that's what really makes it the most difficult, I think, for most players, is that you can only use 1 item, right? So it's going to be very difficult. But, like, UI Goku and Vegeta are just, like, so OP. It's crazy. Like, just the way they, like, disgustingly destroy these events. Like, they do so much damage, they attack so much, they're so good defensively, then potentially you could revive with them. It's just, like, too much. Like, they probably actually do too much. Again, I think Goku is perfect. He's absolutely, like, perfect in every single way. Honestly. Vegeta, there's minor alterations. I feel like they could have just given him the 40% damage reduction at the start of turn. That would have helped Vegeta out a lot. And then allow Vegeta to get ki every time he's hit rather than attack. I think if you give Vegeta those two things, Vegeta's way better. And at that point, I probably would say I would understand if people would argue Vegeta above Goku, because if Vegeta had that crazy damage reduction right away, you could argue sometimes he'd be a bit more consistent defensively than Goku. But because you have to build his damage reduction up, Vegeta can just have turns where he just gets utterly cream pied, which is just not fun. So there we go. A lot of these characters obviously are fully link leveled. I do have good equips on. AGL, LR Gohan, Bardock, however, these two characters are not fully built up. My Int UI Goku obviously is not done, but even without being completely perfect done, we're still able to make it through and get the no item run. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know how you guys are doing against this BEERUS. Again, as far as I'm aware, this BEERUS is like the strongest single opponent that's in the game currently, right? So you do want to be very... Look at that. Bardock doesn't even have a bronze equip. I'm literally going to put a bronze equip on him right now, actually. Because Bardock, he's good. He deserves a little bit more help. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.